How you doing, everybody? It's the UBC on the Coliseum Sports Network. Today, it's a battle of the Pacific Northwest. It's the Vancouver Huskies taking on the Seattle Emeralds. I'm Raymond Sims here to call the play-by-play for you. Here are the starting lineups for both sides, both for Vancouver and Seattle. Hopefully, this will be the beginning of a beautiful rivalry, as this is the first matchup between both teams of the season. Vancouver coming into this game with a record of 1-1, as is Seattle. So this win on both sides will create space in the Western Conference standings. It will be Sharif Watson and Will Robinson set to tip off against each other. And we have basketball from KeyArena. Glad that you could join us this evening. Travis Champion starting things off as the primary ball handler. Gets it over to Garrett Valencia. Back to Champion. He's going to put up the three and miss. Rebound, Sharif Watson down low. He'll put it back up and is fouled on the block by Will Robinson. So Robinson getting the first foul 15 seconds into the game. And that is not something that head coach Leroy Green wants to see out of Seattle. So here's Sharif Watson at the line. Watson, a center, 6'10", 235 out of Nicholls State, a New Orleans native. It's the first free throw. Last two teams to play their third game. So both at 500, looking to get a win here today. Watson able to make both, and that will make it a 2-0 game. Vancouver ahead. Garrison Prado bringing it up the court. Holding on to the ball. He'll get it over to Ken Crawford. Back to Prado. Bounce pass back to Crawford. Creates some space for Prado, and he'll put up the three and miss. And the rebound goes into the hands of Omari Ellis. Pay attention to him today. He's a very talented power forward for Vancouver. Valencia will get it to Ellis, and off the shot fake, he gets pummeled on the block attempt by Amos Ordonez. So 2-0, 11:15 remaining here in the opening quarter. And Valencia getting the inbound for now 10 on the shot clock. Champion looking to break his way inside. He'll kick it out. Three-pointer is good. And that's Giovanni Patton there in the corner. Makes it 5-0. Vancouver ahead. There's Prado working the perimeter. He'll get a post touchdown to Robinson, then get it back. Over to James Love on the weak side. He'll miss. Pulled down by Valencia. Valencia looking for a way in. He'll find Ellis. Ellis squeezing the orange. He'll get it to Champion. 6 on the shot clock. Vancouver going to have to do something quick. Good D by Seattle to give him a hard time. Patton fadeaway is blocked. That's a shot clock violation. Wonderful defensive possession by Seattle. Had Vancouver scrambling there. They didn't know what to do. Was holding on to the ball for too long, and they end up paying for it with a 24-second violation. 5-0. We've had 2 sets of free throws and only 1 field goal so far in this game. Prado on the baseline. Size up dribble against Champion. He had the matchup, and he takes it to the hole for Seattle's first points of the game. It is 5-2. Champion now trying to respond. He'll kick it over Valencia. That's a long 2, and that's good. Extends the lead for Vancouver back to 5. It's 7-2 with under 10 here in the first quarter. Prado, he's been holding on to the ball a lot so far in this game. With Ken Crawford, the actual point guard, and Garrett Valencia, a fellow point guard, sends that to the opposite side of the court. My goodness. And to add insult to injury, because it ended up on the other side of the court, the shot clock still holds. There's 2.6 on the clock. And Ordonez is going to inbound it to Prado, who has to throw it cross court And it was on target. It almost went in. But what a block by Valencia. And now here he is bringing the ball up the court. You don't expect that out of a 17-year pro. Especially one that's around 6 feet. Champion gets it to Valencia. Trying to drive the lane. He can't work his way in. Now he's facing shot clock troubles. Puts it up from the elbow, and it's good. 9-2 in favor of Vancouver. So early returns have been good here for the Huskies. Ordonez, top of the key. Hands it down to Robinson. He's able to score. Champion bringing it up the floor for Vancouver, looking to extend the lead. They're only up 5. Hands it off to Ellis. Top of the key on the perimeter. 5 on the shot clock. He's just holding on to it. Ball seems to stop whenever Omari Ellis gets it. Particularly unusual. But I think Seattle defense has given him problems. He's been indecisive so far. Here's Valencia. Has some space. Still trying to work his way inside, though. He likes to attack the basket. He'll kick it over to Giovanni Patton. And that's where he was the last time he put up the 3. Patton hasn't been particularly involved off the ball. He's just been standing in that spot because he knows he can hit it from there. Interesting offensive sets here on both sides. Prado able to bring the lead back to 12, responding with back to 5 with the 3 of his own, makes it 12-7. Champion now facing a double team. And Champion going to put up the 3, in and out. Rebound down low by Watson. He tries to put it back up. It's blocked. And the save picked up by Patton. 17 on the shot clock. He'll force it up. And there it is, 14-7. Giovanni Patton with those 2 threes and that post shot down low. He has 8 points on 3 of 4 shooting. So he's looking good so far today, and he's been particularly quiet doing it. He hasn't had the ball the most, but when he gets it, he's made it count. Love with the ball, gets it over to Prado. Looking to drive the lane here against Champion. Bounce pass down low. Robinson setting up over Watson and in. 14-9. Here's Seattle bringing it up the floor. And Champion posting up here. Is hanging on here, and he'll lay it up and miss. Prado bringing it up the floor. Gets it over to Love. Hands it off Crawford. Fakes the shot, can't get Valencia to bite. Gonna be hard to get a veteran like that to bite. James Love missing the 3. Last time we saw him on the Coliseum Sports Network, he couldn't miss anything. He only missed 1 shot. Here's Prado. Hands it off Robinson. And that'll be a reach-in foul. Sharif Watson getting a little too frisky there, and that'll be the first foul on Sharif Watson. Into the game comes Vernon Frey. Prado putting up the 3, and that didn't look the best. But back down low, Donnell Peterson going up and drawing the foul on the point guard, Garrett Valencia. So last time we saw Seattle, felt like yesterday, but they suffered a loss to the Los Angeles Osos, 102-92 down in Anaheim. So this is our first time in KeyArena here on the Coliseum Sports Network. But Seattle opened up the season back on Halloween against the St. Louis Archers and got an 85-77 win. It was tough to watch if you're a fan of offense, but the Emeralds were still able to grind that out and get the win over a St. Louis team that apparently has been dealing with a lot of controversy. We'll get to more on that later, but right now it's 14-10. Vancouver looking to extend the lead. They've been up by 5 most of the time, but now they're down to 4 as Seattle looks to cut that deficit down and get back into this game. Face-up jumper by Ellis is in and out. Frey able to put it back up and draw the foul. Vernon Frey is going to take his first trip to the line today, fouled by Ken Crawford. Here's Vernon Frey at the line, 6'9", 258 pounds from San Diego, California. Went to school at Hawaii. You're born and raised in San Diego. You go to school in Hawaii, and you would think that that would lead to a very calm, laid-back persona for a Vernon Frey, and it doesn't. He's actually particularly an expressive personality. He just has a lot of passion for the game. You have a timeout on the floor here, 17-10, with 5.5 remaining here in the first quarter. Vancouver hanging on to a sizable lead, but it's very early in the game, and Seattle definitely going to look to make the comeback here at home. They would want their home record to extend to 2-0. I know that much is for sure. Peterson will inbound it, and he'll get it to Crawford. 5:34 here. Prado has been the primary ball handler so far. And he's going to kick it out. James Love in the corner, and he misses. Frey with the rebound. Here's Champion up the court. Trying to do what he can with the ball. Tries to kick it out to Cook. Weston Cook coming into the game for Garrick Valencia. He's double teamed as he tries to pass. And the rebound by Vadim Sokolov. His first appearance into the game. Only the Emeralds' fourth rebound, oddly enough. And there's their fifth off the Prado miss and the foul. So Frey, after making a trip to the line himself, fouls Vadim Sokolov, the Russian native. So here's Sokolov at the line. And he's going to look to add on here and take advantage of the and one opportunity. He cannot. 4.6 rebounds in that game against St. Louis, but not able to convert the free throw. Patton with the ball, kicks it out. Weston Cook open, missing, and Love able to pull it down. Here comes Seattle the other way. The drive and the kick out. Hoffman gets it to Love. Back to Cortez Hoffman, shoots it straight away. 3 is good, and that'll cut the deficit to 2 for Seattle. Looking to make a run here and come up with the lead to close out the first quarter. Still 4:04 remaining here in the first. Vancouver looking to hold on with the second unit out. Most of it at least. Patton's still in the game. Reeves Underwood is in the game. And he misses. Rebound by Peterson. Here comes Seattle. Cortez Hoffman working from the point, trying to set up the offense here. Double screen, he'll go right. Drives the lane, and he's stopped. Love trying to go baseline. Spin around, missed off the fadeaway, and Peterson came down with the board and then was fouled. Reach-in foul called on Reeves Underwood. That's the 14th foul for Vancouver, and they're going to have to be very careful unless they end up in the bonus, still with 3.5 remaining in the first. Sokolov gets the inbound. He tries to give it to Hoffman and misses the simple pass. Just no other way to put it. That one looked pretty easy, and Sokolov was not able to make the easy exchange. So 17-15, Seattle not able to capitalize and tie or take the lead, and now Vancouver can extend their lead. Weston Cook bringing the ball up the court. Open lane, driving, goes up and in. That one felt like it was in slow motion. Cook was able to maneuver his way in the paint, and he makes it a 4-point game. Both teams shooting below 45%. 45% the NBA average, at least, for field goal shooting. Keenan McLean in the game. Looking to drive, hands it off. Sokolov able to put it up and in. 19-17 with just under 3 left in the first quarter. Weston Cook bringing the ball up the court. Cook just dividing his way through the defenders, but he'll kick it out. Javar Parrish in the game. Back out to Cook. Tight man-to-man D here played by Seattle, but not tight enough as Weston Cook is able to get the long 2. Here comes Cortez Hoffman. Little bump and run to Keenan McLean. You can't leave him open. He is a pure three-point shooter. And he's able to convert, makes it a 1-point game. Vancouver ahead 21-20. Cook up top. Gonna look to drive here against Hoffman. He's been able to take him a couple of times before, but Hoffman not budging yet. He'll hand it off. Eric Eberhardt, he's gonna have to take care of business down low. He does as the shot clock expires, but he misses. Hollis Gibbs with the rebound. Gibbs pushing it up the floor. Hands it off to Hoffman. Hoffman trying to drive here. Good one-on-one play between Weston Cook and Cortez Hoffman. You'd almost think it was personal. McLean back to Hoffman. The pick from Sokolov. And he'll pull up. Elbow jumper. Miss. Pulled down by Eberhardt. Creeping up on 1.5 here in the first quarter. Cook in the corner. Underwood. 3 is good. Makes it 24-20. Hoffman with the ball. Thought he saw an opening off the pick. He'll get it to McLean. He'll put it up, and he goes in and out. Cook pushing it up the floor, but Seattle has numbers. Good job by the defense to get back in transition. Cook trying to force it up. Draws the foul from Peterson. He managed to get him up in the air and draw the contact. That'll be Peterson's first, and Cook's going to go to the line. Weston Cook making his first trip to the line. Backup point guard for Vancouver from Jackson, Mississippi. Florida A&M Rattler. Makes the first free throw, makes it 25-20. Now, I haven't heard any talk lately, but I do recall that during training camp, a lot of people believed that Weston Cook was the better point guard and that he would be the one starting for Vancouver at the point guard position. But many felt that the narrative of Garrick Valencia, the Vancouver native coming back home after 17 years, kind of won out over talent. Now, it's kind of a wash right now because Valencia has done particularly well. But we'll see if the talk comes if Valencia struggles at any point in the season. 26-22, 45 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Cook with the ball, trying to operate here. Trying to work his way inside against Dylan Santee, who comes into the game. Attempted bounce pass deflected. Here comes Seattle. They can close the gap here. 10-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Turner to Santee. Santee's going to try to drive. Kicks it back out to Turner. Size up dribble. Looking to break his way inside, and he stopped at the free throw line. 1 on the shot clock. Gets it on the up and under and misses. Final possession here. 5 seconds. Weston Cook, is he going to put something up? 2 seconds on the clock. And at the buzzer, just at the buzzer, he puts something up. So 4/10, not enough for Seattle to get anything off. And after one, it is 28-22. It's been a hard-fought game, but Vancouver has held strong in this battle for Cascadia here on the Coliseum Sports Network. Welcome back to Seattle. Been a good one so far. 28-22, the Huskies have the lead over the Emeralds. Be sure to join us on November 8th as the Montreal Majesty make their UBC on Coliseum debut in Nashville against the Nashville Brigade. The 3-0 Nashville Brigade. Game time will be at 8 Eastern here on the Coliseum Sports Network. Second unit still out for both teams. Dylan Santee, he's actually the third-string point guard, out here getting some run early in the second. Hollis Gibbs puts up the shot from the elbow and misses. Underwood goes baseline, kicks it out. Chris Hairston. Hairston for 3, and he's able to put it in. 9-point game for Vancouver. Santee with the ball. Looking to drive inside. Gets it down low. And the shot and one. Will Robinson, he's going to go to the line here for an and one opportunity. He draws the foul on Eric Eberhardt. Here's Robinson. Will he be able to convert? Yes, sir. 31-25 in favor of the Vancouver Huskies, who are bringing the ball up right now. Chris Hairston working with the ball. Valencia putting up the straightaway three, and that misses. And into the hands of Turner off the long rebound. Gerard Turner bringing the ball up the floor, and he'll hit the runner and miss it. Ordonez puts it back up, draws the foul, but can't get the shot. First shot's good. 31-26 in favor of Vancouver. Second free throw, just as good. Amos Ordonez doesn't get the and one, but is able to convert his free throws, makes it 31-27. Valencia with the ball. Up top, Hairston, he's just going to put up the three and miss, but the putback slam by Sharif Watson doesn't miss. Makes it 33-27. Here's Santee bringing it up the floor for Seattle. Good hedge there by Watson. Now it's a double team for the young Santee. How's he going to get out of it? And we will have a jump ball here as Valencia is able to get his hands on it. So the shortest guys on the court going for the jump ball here in the key. There's the tip, and Hairston with it. He almost had numbers there if he got enough acceleration, but he doesn't. He's still trying to attack the basket anyways, bless his heart. He'll get it back up top to Valencia. Watson with it, standing on the perimeter. It's not a shot, at least I don't think it is. I didn't see it in training camp. He doesn't like to shoot from out there. Valencia down low to Ellis. Turnaround jumper is good. Omari Ellis able to put some points on the board. Makes it 35-27. Vancouver hanging on to a 8-point lead. And there's a foul there. Ellis called for the foul. He did something good on one end and then draws the foul on the other one, and that's his second. Substitution here. Ref waiting until Hairston comes off the floor. Here's Ordonez looking inbound. And he'll find Santee cross court. Turner putting up the three. No good off the back rim. Javar Parrish pulling it down. So the Huskies have had a sizable rebounding advantage, and that's made the difference here. Looking to get the pass, almost tipped there. Good job playing the passing lane by Turner. Now he's guarding Champion. Tight defense here, blocks the runner. And Robinson comes up with it. Prado back in the game. We'll see if he'll operate here. Open shot, Dylan Santee got it. I would have been embarrassed for him if he missed it, but he doesn't. Makes it 35-29 with 8:50 remaining in the second quarter. Valencia with the ball. Retreats back out to the perimeter. He'll try to get it inside here. Ellis goes against Ordonez and draws the foul. So now Ordonez gets his second foul of the game. And here's Omari Ellis at the line. First shot by Ellis is good. 36-29 in favor of Vancouver. Over the past couple of games, it's been quite impressive the numbers out of Omari Ellis in the debut against against St. Louis rather. Omari Ellis had 21 points and 9 rebounds. He then increased that production at Las Vegas. He had 23 points and 13 rebounds in that game for the Huskies. So he can fill up the stat sheet, and he is a dangerous force down low. And hopefully that'll lead to some wins for Vancouver. 37-29. Ken Crawford back in the game after a long stead. We'll see if he's well rested and ready to operate the offense here, but Prado's done much of the work. Hands that one off to Ordonez. Good backdoor cut for the easy lay-in. 37-31. The Emeralds still trying to claw their way back into this one. 8:11 remaining here in the second quarter. Champion fighting his way inside. Kicks it back out. Corner 3 is no good. There's Prado up the floor. Gets it over to Turner. Works it around the horn. Crawford's foot was on the line. Robinson snatches down the rebound. Puts it back up and in. Champion with the inbound. Will Robinson having a much better game than what we saw out of him in that game against Los Angeles, where he only had 4 points, though he was able to get double-digit rebounds. He now has 9. Champion trying to fight his way inside. Puts it up and bounces around and out. Ordonez pulling down the board. Seattle getting more aggressive on the glass after Vancouver held the sizable advantage on the rebounds. Double screen. Prado able to get around Ordonez. Puts that one up off the contact and misses. 37-33 is Valencia. Bounce pass down low. Open Watson off the glass and in. Robinson inbounding it to Crawford. 6-point game. Seattle still trying to fight their way into it. And Prado putting up that 3 definitely helps matters. It is a 3-point game. So Vancouver looking to hold off the Emerald Tide. That is Seattle. It's only a 3-point game, 39-36, with 6:34 remaining in the second quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to check out the latest in UBC action, be sure to check out simscoliseum.com for all the latest game recaps, features, and stats on your favorite United Basketball Club's teams. 6:34 remaining here in the first half. Be sure to stay tuned for the Sprint halftime report coming up in just a matter of minutes. Travis Champion with the ball. Down low to Ellis. Facing up against Ordonez. Puts up the wild shot and is able to to get the shot off and is able to convert it. Didn't draw the foul there. Crawford with the ball, and now here's the double team. It's Valencia, it's Ellis, and Valencia is going to try to wrestle it out, and another jump ball. So Valencia just getting here in the key. He wants to be a center here. Couple of jump balls already. There's the second one, and this one's won by Seattle. First one was won by Vancouver. So Seattle getting this one. Prado putting up the shot, missed. And he cannot close the gap back to 3. 5-point games. Vancouver looking to extend it. Valencia forces a pass inside, and it's a turnover. Here comes Seattle now. Crawford with it. Over to Love. In the corner. Missed. And an over-the-back foul. That one will be called on Travis Champion, which is something because he's 6'2", especially in the paint. You wouldn't expect him to get over many guys, but Champion a little too overzealous there, and he'll get his first foul of the game. Crawford standing alone on the perimeter, doesn't want to take the shot, gets over to Love. He tries to drive, he's stopped. Back to Crawford. Now down low to Prado on the baseline. He's double teamed as he should be. Crawford gets it back to Prado. In the corner, got it. 2-point game now. Seattle knocking at the door. The Huskies have had the lead for a while, but that might end if Valencia and the Vancouver Huskies are not able to get something going here on this offensive possession. Here's Ellis forcing it up. That one missed. He gets his own rebound, puts that one up. Shot and the foul. And Amos Ordonez, just before the end of the first half, draws his third foul of the game. So he's already in foul trouble here. We'll see if Leroy Green will take him out, or if he'll see if he can hang on to him on the court long enough, try to hide him on defense or something like that. Ellis misses the and one opportunity, so only 2 points out of that possession. Here's Seattle coming up ahead. They're still within 4. Prado to Crawford. Is the double team coming? There it is. Crawford's more decisive. He gets it off to Ordonez. Ordonez faces up top of the key, but he's still hanging on to the ball in the triple threat. Puts the ball on the ground, tries to drive inside, and Omari Ellis tries to reach in there, and he's called for the foul. Now he has his third. So the starting power forwards for both teams in foul trouble, and that might prove to be costly on both sides if they aren't careful. Seattle in that win over St. Louis, Amos Ordonez, 12 points, 15 boards. He pulled down a lot of them. And he's able to get the free throw there, 43-40. So here comes Travis Champion up the floor. Valencia off in the corner. Champion trying to drive inside. Bounce pass down low. Omari Ellis dropping the dunk in. 45-40. Good communication down low. And good job by Ellis, able to find space in a paint that's usually crowded. Crawford works it back up top. Looking to set up a play here. Over to Love. He'll put up the three. And that one goes in. 45-43. Seattle back within 2. Champion with the ball. Over to Valencia. Valencia trying to fight his way in. Gets it to Ellis again. Missed. He gets his own rebound. He'll put that one back up. And that one bounces out and into the hands of Garrison Prado. Prado, for all intents and purposes, struggling. He's shooting 40%. But he's shooting 3 of 5 from outside, and he has 11 points down low. Donnell Peterson converting, and the game is tied. And the KeyArena faithful on their feet. For the past 2 games, they have seen professional men's basketball back in Seattle for the first time in a long time, and they have been excited. Missed, and Vancouver will reset the shot clock. Omari Ellis, a beast down on the boards. Already has 10, but he's 4 rebounds away from a double-double, and I'm fairly confident he'll get that as long as he keeps up the production. Champion trying to fight his way inside against Prado. That's Prado that's going to be called for the foul there. Prado had the defensive advantage there in terms of height, but Champion, relentless, and he's able to fight and draw the foul. Travis Champion, a native of Little Rock, Arkansas, played ball at U of I, or at the University of Illinois, I'll say that. Pardon me, I'm a tad bit Chicago-centric, so we call it U of I around here, but there's plenty of U of I's all over the country. But he played for the Fighting Illini and was one of their primary scorers. He's pretty much doing the same thing there that he's doing here in Vancouver, where he's technically the starting shooting guard, but there were plenty of times where he was the primary ball handler that would initiate plays and try to start up the offense. So Travis Champion doing pretty much the same thing that he did at Illinois, and it's worked out so far for Vancouver, at least in their opinion. 47-46, Seattle takes their first lead of the game thanks to Garrison Prado. And Patton with the ball, he was trying to work his way inside, but James Love called for the foul there. First personal on Love. He fouled out in that game against Los Angeles with 11:41 left in the 4th quarter, but he's able to hang on here with only his first foul coming towards the end of the first half. Patton has it. He hasn't touched the ball much, and whenever he's touched it, he's usually giving it away, whether he shoots it or passes it off. Here's Mevlit Kemyagiolu. Gets it over to Travis Champion. And he'll able to put up the 3 and give Vancouver the lead back. So short-lived bliss there for Seattle. They had the lead for only so long. They're looking to get it back here or at least tie it. Crawford to Prado. He's open, but he's going to choose to drive. Tries to get it down low. Ball is lost. That was Sokolov he was trying to get it to. And now Weston Cook puts up the shot off the baseline, and that extends the lead to 4. 150 here in the second quarter. Crawford with it. Spin move back outside to Prado. Standing on the baseline. He'll get the pick from Sokolov, but he's stuck at the free throw line. Down low, Sokolov puts up the one-handed jam. Good job, Vadim Sokolov working off the pick and roll. And that's exactly how they draw it up. 51-49 with a minute 28 remaining here in the second quarter. Be sure to stay tuned for the Sprint halftime report with stats and highlights from the first half that was. Weston Cook misses, and the ball goes off of the top of the backboard into the hands of, honestly didn't see who that was, but he's able to score and make it 53-49. Prado with the ball. Looking to find his way inside. Gets it to Sokolov. Over to Prado. Pull-up jumper. Missed. Rebound by Frey. Champion with the ball up court. Gets it over. Patton in the quarter. He was the one to last score, so he scored the last 2 baskets. 55-49 with a little over 40 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Got a few more possessions left in this half. And Seattle wants to close it out strong. They had the lead. It was a 1-point lead, and now they've lost it ever since, as Vancouver has gone on a run here late. Kemyagiolu getting the rebound up court to Patton. Patton tries to get the bounce pass to Champion, who was preoccupied with Prado. So I don't know why he was trying to get the bounce pass down there when he probably could have just taken it on his own. Nevertheless, kickball violation. Kemyagiolu will inbound it. Mevlit Kemyagiolu, a native of Turkey, gets it to Frey. Over to Weston Cook. Bounce pass. Back over to Frey. Holding on to the ball. Underwood works it back to Cook. 5-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Cook going inside. Shoots it past Hoffman and misses. Here's Prado. He'll put it up at the buzzer and misses. So Seattle had a 1-point lead, and then they give up a 9-0 run to close out the half. Here is the Sprint halftime report. $55-49 to start off the second half here from the Emerald City of Seattle. It's the Emerald City. It's the Emerald City. That's why the Emeralds are named as such. Prado with the ball loses it off the spin move, and Travis Champion gets it ahead to Valencia. And he is stopped in his tracks by Crawford, who's able to stop the fast break. Gets it over to Patton. Patton, bounce pass down low. Ellis gets the shot and the foul. And he will go to the line for one more. So Omari Ellis showing off that production. That we have seen out of him. 21 points in his debut, 23 points in the last game against St. Louis, so he has just been moving along. 58-49 is able to convert the and one. Seattle had a lead there for like a short while, and they ended up losing it as Vancouver was able to reel off a run. And now Vancouver is back up to a 9-point lead. Kent Crawford going to go to the line. Talked about him in the game against Los Angeles. He was born in Carbondale, Illinois. Was not widely recruited by the big-time basketball programs. He chose to stay home and go to Southern Illinois University, where he was an all-Missouri Valley player. Was able to have a career overseas, as a lot of players in the league have. Now he is back in the States, playing a long way from home in Seattle. And Crawford able to convert on both free throws, makes it 58-51. His de facto home team, I guess you could say, would be the St. Louis Archers, since he's from the southern part of Illinois. I asked him what he was going to do, Ken Crawford, whenever they did make it to St. Louis. They played them, but they were here in Seattle. Amos Ordonez called for the foul on Omari Ellis, and Ordonez, with 11:11 remaining in the third, already has his fourth foul. Ken Crawford said he was going to have his family come to the game in St. Louis, as opposed to having them come all the way up to Chicago, since St. Louis is closer. Omari Ellis at the line. He hasn't been an angel himself in terms of fouls, as he has had 3 in this game. So he's been pushing it here against Amos Ordonez. But Ordonez seems to be winning the boat race, so to speak, as Ordonez now has 4. And Ellis misses the free throw. Misses them both. Now here's Seattle going to look to capitalize on it. Ordonez out on the perimeter. Gets it over to Love. Shoots it straight away. 3. No good. His shot was much more in mid-season form in that game against Los Angeles. He wasn't too shabby against St. Louis either, but haven't seen much out of him from outside today. Patton with the ball. Looking to drive inside. Hands it off. Ellis down low. Converts. 60-51. Looking for the call there. And while he's doing that, Seattle has numbers. It's 5-on-4. The Huskies are shorthanded. There's Ellis. He gets down there just in time to take on Ordonez. But Ordonez able to get it up without any competition there, because Ellis was behind him by the time he got it up. And that's what happens when you're too busy calling for these fouls. Champion with the ball down low to Watson. Faces up his defender. Back out to Champion. Ellis with the ball. Back up to Patton. Driving the lane and missed down low. Watson puts it back up. He'll miss 2. Here comes Seattle looking to close the gap. And Will Robinson with the reverse of what we saw in that LA game. He had 4 points and 13 rebounds. Now he has way more points than rebounds, as you would expect. Here's Crawford. He'll pull up. A little bit of space. Tried to convert. Could not. Travis Champion on the run. Hands it off. Valencia. Valencia trying to push it. He stopped at the baseline by Love. Back out Champion. That's a long 2. Missed. Rebound by Crawford. 9:19 remaining in the third quarter. Here comes Crawford. Hands it off to Prado. Prado looking to drive the lane. Can't find a way in. Back out to Crawford. Seattle going to slow it down here a bit. No. Love puts up the 3. Misses. Bad day at the office here for James Love. 1 of 9. And a foul away from the ball. That'll be James Love right there. 3rd foul. 3 points off of 1 of 9 shooting and 3 fouls for James Love. Seattle has not gotten the production out of the small forward position that they have wanted this season. 9 minutes even remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Just a reminder, November 8th, Montreal taking on Nashville from Bridgestone Arena. Game time, 8 Eastern here on the Coliseum Sports Network. Here in Seattle, though, 60-53. Champion with the ball, fakes it, open lane, drives, misses. That one didn't even hit the rim, but thankfully Omari Ellis down there to clean up the mess, and he's able to put it up, make it 62-53, and another timeout called here. 8:47 remaining in the third quarter. Seattle gonna figure out what to do with Vancouver. They've had their opportunities to get back into this game, but that pure shooting that this team is known for has not showed up from a number of players. It's been a rough night so far, as the more defensively inclined Vancouver Huskies have been able to hold on to a sizable lead. Still surmountable though so far. James Love going to inbound. And he'll get it cross court to Crawford. He goes baseline. And the foul called there on Omari Ellis. So he has his fourth foul. So Ordonez has 4. Ellis has 4. And Ken Crawford's going to go to the line to shoot a couple. First shot's good, makes it an 8-point game, 62-54. Not as successful on the second free throw, 62-54. Sharif Watson getting his 8th rebound of the game. Champion with it. Are they trying to double team him? Yes, they are. Love and Ordonez to an open Ellis from away from the paint. Misses, but Patton able to pull down the board. Ellis just saw the opportunity there. He was too open to pass it up. He's able to get open on that one too, and that makes it a 10-point game, and that's one of the largest leads Vancouver has had in a while. 19 points, 8 rebounds, so already pushing up on that production that we've seen out of him so far this season. James Love putting up the 3, and he can't get out of the slump. 1 of 10 shooting for James Love. Here's Patton with the ball. Up top to Valencia. Valencia driving the lane, hands it off. Ellis goes up. No foul called. A clean block called by the referees. And Seattle's on the run here. Pulls up, blocked. Ordonez, top of the key, got it. Back to an 8-point game. So Seattle keeps from making it worse, at least that time, but Valencia gets it ahead to Watson, just outside the paint and misses. We saw early on that the field goal percentages were more around 40%. Now they're back up around 45. James Love is not helping the cause. 1 of 11. Just a bad day at the office for James Love. Valencia back to Champion, down low to Ellis. Puts up the shot. And there it is. The third consecutive 20-plus point game for Omari Ellis. He had 21 in his debut. And now he has 21 here with plenty of time left in the game. How many more will he score? That is, if he can stay out of foul trouble. Sharif Watson called for his second foul on Will Robinson. Mass substitutions here halfway through the third quarter. And Robinson able to convert both free throws. 66-58, Vancouver leading. 6:34 remaining here in the third. Weston Cook back in the game. Now he's double teamed, able to split defenders, gets it to Eberhardt. Can't shake Ordonez, and the shot goes in and out almost went in there despite the defense. Gibbs ahead, and he's able to draw the foul and one. Reeves Underwood called for the foul. So here's Hollis Gibbs at the line. He only put up one shot, and he missed it in that game against St. Louis. He only played 5 minutes in it. And now he has surpassed that, as he now has 3 points in this game. Or at least on that possession. 66-61. 6:10 remaining here in the third quarter. Cook trying to hang on to the dribble here. Down low to Eberhardt. Hands it off. Frey throwing it down and draws the foul. James Love called for his fourth. So he was looking pretty good early on in terms of foul trouble, James Love was. He got his first foul with 2 minutes left in the second quarter, and now he is already up to 4. Just something about these second halves for James Love. He just can't stay out of trouble on defense. Vernon Frey able to convert the and one emphatically, throws down the jam, and then he gets the extra free throw to go along with it. That extends the lead back to a 8-point lead. And out comes the double teams, and Frey is on it, but he hedges, and he'll go back to his main defensive assignment. Keenan McLean gets it over Cortez Hoffman for 3. He misses just over the hand of Eberhardt, and he almost went down the court. Robinson puts up the shot, and luckily for Eberhardt, he misses. Cook with it, double teamed. Cook not deterred. He'll hand it off to Underwood in the corner. 5:26. Kicks it back over to Patton. Patton down low, blocked by James Love. So he's able to get a crucial defensive stop there on Vernon Frey. McLean with it, working along the perimeter. Hoffman up top. Gets it over to Love. Three-pointer good. That is only his second made three-pointer. 2 of 10 from outside. 1 in each of these halves. First one in the second half. He hit 1 in the first. Cook up top. Kicks it over. Patton for 3. Got it! 72-64. Giovanni Patton has 15, and a lot of it has consisted of catch and shoot opportunities. Got to capitalize on those opportunities, and Giovanni Patton has done just that. Down low, Robinson losing the dribble. Now he's holding on to it. He puts it up. Eberhardt able to get some contact and alter the shot. 8-point game. Vancouver looking to get back up in double digits here. They've been able to break that plateau a couple of times, but not by much. Seattle has played this team tough despite the deficit. Cook putting up the 3. Can't get enough on it. Pulled down by Love. You can see the graphic. It's getting crowded there. A lot of field goals put up without any makes. 2 of 12 on the day for James Love, and a miss on the Seattle side again. Patton able to put it up and in. Back to a 10-point game, 74-64, 3:46 remaining in the third quarter. And Hoffman brings it up the floor. Timeout called by Leroy Green and the Seattle bench. There's Garrison Prado. He's probably not happy with what's going on here. His team lost by 10 against Los Angeles in the season opener. But that St. Louis game probably was a breath of fresh air for them. At the same time, only scoring 85 points on a St. Louis team that seems to have some infighting going on. Not a lot has come out of the camp, but some St. Louis media members have picked up from sources that of several of the players, and I mean several, not a couple or a few, have had a problem with Allen Gibson, the head coach of the Archers. And yet Seattle was only able to get 85 points off that team, while still allowing 77. So in this game, they're down by 10 and turn over the ball. So they have to make a defensive stop here to redeem themselves. Underwood gets it to Frey, facing up Love. Back to Underwood. Up top to Cook. Behind the back. Goes up, loses the ball. Puts it back up, misses. Love with the rebound. And here comes Prado the other way. So Prado back in the game. We'll see if he'll choose to take control. Hoffman kicks it over. Ordonez misses the opportunity. Here come the Huskies. Here's Champion with the ball. Champion trying to drive inside. There were 3 Emeralds there for a minute, but they had to go back to their defensive assignments. Now just taking on Prado. He'll get it back out to Cook. 2:54 remaining in the third quarter. 5 on the shot clock. Cook with the ball. What's he going to do here? He's going to have to put it up. Up and under layup is good. 76-64. 12-point lead for Vancouver. Gets it ahead to Love. Up top, Hoffman. And he will head over to the weak side. Back up to the point. Trying to drive. To Prado. Down low. Post touch for Ordonez. Will he get the better of Frey? Yes, sir. Able to get by Vernon Frey and convert on the layup. 76-66, and just great post moves there by Amos Ordonez, the Spanish international. Champion with the ball up top. Gets it over to Cook. He'll put up the long 2. The mid-ranger is good. James Love inbound to get to Prado. Prado crossing the timeline. And there's a double team. Prado in trouble. Can he get out of it? He'll find Love to McClain up top. Bounce pass down low. Let Ordonez take care of it. Fadeaway jumper in the post is no good. Frey pulling down his 8th board. Cook gets it over to Ellis. Out to Cook. Looking to drive inside. Couple of moves. Outmatched in height by Ordonez. That doesn't stop him from putting it up. And it almost goes in. Just doesn't. Here's McClain. Hands it off. Hoffman down low. Puts it up. Can't convert. Champion was all up in his jersey. But still, he was right under the hoop. And still, he couldn't convert. Here's Champion on the other side. So great defense in the post. And then he's able to get the lead pass and lay it in for a 14-point game. This one is getting away from Seattle quickly. They're going to need some offense here. Here's Prado. Lays it in. 80-68. Holds off the Tide for now, at least. Under 40 seconds now. Champion with the ball on the perimeter. Gets it to Cook. Driving the lane. Gets it over to Champion in the corner. Back up to Cook. Cook driving and missing. And here comes Seattle the other way, looking to close out the quarter. Get within 10 at least. McClain tries to go up, loses the ball. Hoffman gets it and puts it up. He's looking for the foul, but he'll get 2 points. 10-point game, 12.5 on the clock. So Vancouver going to look to knock down Seattle's sandcastle here, as Seattle was able to get within 10 to close out the quarter. Cook forces it up and in and out. So ever since that late second quarter run, Vancouver has been able to run away with it. They're up 10. Seattle better think fast. Welcome back to Seattle. Final quarter of play here. The Battle of the Pacific Northwest. The first one. Be many more to come. Gonna have a couple of games, or a few games up in Vancouver. Have a couple more down here in Seattle. And we'll see if they'll be as intense as this one has been. Valencia driving the lane. Open lane. Missed. Pulled down by Ellis. He's going to put that one up right under the rim, and he draws just enough contact to give Amos Ordonez his 5th personal foul. So here's Ellis at the line. He started off the season, all of his games, scoring more than 20 points. So he's looking to tack on here, and he'll do just that with the first free throw, 81-70. So Amos Ordonez with 5 fouls. But it's James Love that comes into the game to replace Keenan McClain. Leroy Green hanging on here to his set rotation. Ellis making the second free throw. So he doesn't get the shot under the rim, but he is able to still come out with 2 points and make it an 82-70 game. Here's Prado with the ball. Open lane in there, and he will draw the foul. Sharif Watson called for his third, and Prado happy to draw the foul there. He is not too shabby at the line, and that's a bit of an understatement. Prado didn't get to the line at all in that game against St. Louis. But in that game against Los Angeles, he was 6 for 6. So far on the season, he has yet to miss a shot. He is 7 for 7 on the year. Still has yet to miss. 82-72. 11:39 remaining in the fourth quarter. Here's Champion crossing the timeline. Stagnant offense here for Vancouver. Nobody is moving. Just letting the clock run down. Too late to call anything. He'll just hand it off to Valencia. Valencia going to put it up at the buzzer. Oh, and it goes in. Wow. Makes it a 13-point game for Vancouver. A god-awful offensive possession to be sure. A lot of standing around, but man, what a shot by Garrett Valencia. Now it's Crawford up top. Gets over to Prado, down low to Robinson, facing up. He'll put up the jumper outside the paint and miss. And Champion had the rebound, popped out of his hand, and it will go to Seattle. Could have been a second chance opportunity there, but squandered. So it goes out of bounds, and it's almost as if the shot went in. That's where Seattle's going to have to inbound it from. So here's McClain. Goes up and misses the gimme layup. So here comes Vancouver the other way to Valencia. Look it over to Ellis. Ellis facing up. He'll pull up, and he'll hit it. So now a 15-point game as Vancouver is looking to put this one away and advance to 2-1. They'll be on the half of the Western Conference standings of teams above 500. Crawford looking to drive the lane. Spin move and missed. And the ball will go out of bounds and Seattle will keep it. Sharif Watson was trying to save it and it actually deflected. I think it deflected off of Garrett there. Love with the inbound. And not enough time to get anything off. 87-72. Here's Valencia inbounding. Or getting the inbound, rather. He'll hand it off to Watson. Gets over to Valencia. Going inside, tries to attack the basket, comes up empty-handed. Love gets it over to McClain. He tries to go in for the slam, and instead he'll draw the foul. So he still has the opportunity for 2 points as he's able to get Patton on his second foul. Keenan McClain played against St. Louis the other day, but not his Billikens that he played for back in the day. Able to get the first free throw. McClain is at 9 points in each of his last 2 games. Against St. Louis, he went 3 of 6, including 3 of 5 from outside. Also had 2 offensive rebounds to go along with it in the winning cause. Second free throw was good. 87-74. Vancouver up by 13. Seattle trying to cut into that deficit. got some full court pressure here. Keenan McLean guarding Champion. Into the front court, deflected, but into the hands of Ellis. 5 fouls for Amos Ordonez. So you better be careful here, especially Vancouver looks to Omari Ellis for offense. They won't on this possession because Sharif Watson is able to get open. He sneaks by Will Robinson on the play and utilizes a vertical of 29.2 inches to get the slam. So 89-74, 15-point game, and Seattle will call a timeout here. Still time to come back, especially with the shooters that they have. It's just a matter of if Seattle has the faith in themselves and in their talent to do so. Seattle as a team putting up 21 shots in their first game and 20 three-point shots in their second game. 45% in their win against St. Louis compared to 33% in their loss to LA. Classic skyhook for Amos Ordonez, 89-76. So back to a 13-point game. Champion struggling to get out of the backcourt, so he'll give it to Valencia. Valencia up top, 8:40 remaining. In the corner, Travis Champion for 3. He cannot convert and give Vancouver their largest lead of the game, which would have been 16. Crawford pulls up on him, and he's able to get the 2. So that cuts it to within 11. So that definitely would have been a huge shot there. Valencia up court to Champion. Champion with the ball. Driving inside, kick out Valencia, long 2. Can't get that one. And McLean coming down with the board. Little over 8 minutes remaining. Love hangs on to it, gets it to Crawford, and he tries to split the defenders, and he'll draw the foul in the process. Seemed like the more difficult shot to take, but Crawford is still rewarded for his tenacious, or his zealous ability. And he's able to draw the foul, so he'll go to the line for a couple. First one makes it a 10-point game. And to think that Champion 3 from several seconds ago could have made, or several possessions ago, could have made it a 16-point lead for Vancouver. And now, off the Crawford free throws, it is a 9-point game. Seattle getting it back to single digits. Valencia bringing it up the court. He'll hand it off to Champion to do the work, driving the lane. Kick out, Patton in the corner. That's where he's made his money today. Bounces all around into the hands of Ellis. And another offensive possession for Vancouver. That is the 11th rebound for Omari Ellis. 25 points, his most on the season. And a reach-in foul. That'll be called on Prado. That's only his second. Amos Ordonez still out there on the court guarding Omari Ellis. He has 5 fouls. So Ordonez is going to have to be careful going to him. Ellis backing up, goes up, and draws the foul. And 1. And that is the game for Amos Ordonez. That's 27 points, by the way, for Omari Ellis. He's looking for 28 here. And you knew he had 5 fouls. Leroy Green did not want to take him out. But you knew that eventually it was bound to happen. Ellis has just been so tenacious with the ball on the post, and he's going to try to draw that contact, and he does just that. So he gets out a key component of the Seattle offense on fouls. In that Los Angeles game, it was James Love. In this game, it's Amos Ordonez. How will Seattle compensate? Not able to convert on that offensive possession. Valencia down low. Will retreat back out to the perimeter and hand it off to Patton. Patton, not a big fan of putting the ball on the ground. Ellis gets it back to Valencia. Couple of size-up dribbles, gets it to Champion. Spin move against Love over him and misses. Love will get the rebound. So pretty bad night. For as much as Champion has had the ball, he's shot 2 of 11 from the field. I haven't even noticed that on the stat sheet until it was just brought up there on the graphic. My goodness. Bad night for Champion. But Vancouver still has what is now a 10-point lead off the Will Robinson layup. Will Robinson, he's had a good game. 5 of 8 shooting, 13 points, 6 rebounds. Champion with the ball up top. Looking for something to set up. Valencia got the ball and chose not to shoot it off the catch. So Champion going to go inside. He's now 2 for 12, but down low. Watson able to clean things up. 94-82. McClain in the corner. Three-pointer is good. Keenan McClain keeping Seattle in this. 94-85. 9-point game. 5:50 remaining in the fourth quarter. Champion able to get past McClain. Hands it off. Ellis laying it up and missing. And here's Prado pushing it up the floor. He gets the pick. And now he's double teamed in the corner. Crawford's behind him. And Champion trying to pull the ball away, but it'll be Prado who steps out of bounds and is called for. They both pretty much were, but the refs decide to give the violation to Seattle. Here's Valencia with it in the backcourt, trying to get it past the tough defender in Crawford. Ten seconds on the shot clock. A lot of the time taken off. It was just Valencia dealing with Crawford. Champion with the ball. Kick out Valencia. Gonna have to put up the 3. And he will. Sinks it. And that makes it a 12-point game. And then Prado tries to answer 3 of his own. He can't do that. And there were mostly Huskies down there. And of all the players, it's Valencia, the shortest guy, who's able to come up with it. Ellis up top gets it to Watson and back again. Valencia will operate up top now. Trying to drive, gets past Crawford, but passes it to the other side to Champion. And he's able to put up the long 2. So Vancouver, they've been slipping here as Seattle has tried to fight back, but Vancouver trying to run away with it. They're up by 14. Here's Prado. He'll miss off the back rim, and down with it comes Giovanni Patton. Patton only 4 rebounds. It's the points that you look at and how well he shot it. A lot of them off of catch and shoot opportunities. He has the ball now. Puts the ball on the floor. Trying to drive against Love. He's going to post up. Trying to put it in. Up and under rebound. Or up and under the layup is good. So Vancouver hits 100. 101-85 with 4 minutes left in the game. Here's Love looking to drive inside. He's had a rough shooting night. He'll put it up and he'll miss it. And he gets his own rebound. Puts it back up. Misses that too. And Ellis comes up with it. 2 of 15. Man, what a bad night for James Love. And I'm sure that's something that he's going to want to recover from. Champion with the ball up top. Patton in the corner. 1 on the shot clock. And missed. Robinson comes down with the board. Hands it off to Crawford. Up the floor to Love. Love stops, but he'll still push it anyways, and that bounces around and in. 101-87. Here's Champion with the ball. Manages to get it across the front court. And 101-87, timeout called by Vancouver. He's going to talk over strategy here in the final 3 minutes of the game. 3:02 remaining in the fourth. Looks like Vancouver's going to come away with the win here, barring a complete collapse, which isn't out the realm of possibility, but it just seems like this one might be well enough in hand. Whoever does get the win, though, even though it looks like Vancouver will move on to 2-1, they'll be in the upper half of the UBC standings. They'll be tied at 2-1 with Las Vegas, and they will be a game behind Los Angeles, who is now 3-0. Patton looking to drive here, pulls up on him, rolls in and out, pulled down by Prado. He thought to hand it off to Hoffman, and Hoffman just gave it right back. Kind of bizarre there. 2.5 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Prado in the corner. James Love. His shooting struggles continue, and Ellis comes down with the rebound. Champion with the ball. He'll go opposite the screen set by Ellis. Gets it back to Ellis. Ellis just hanging on to the ball here on the perimeter. Not much he can do with it there. He'll force up the three, though, and miss it. I mean, why not? He scored so much. Might as well give it a whirl at this point in the game. And Love puts up the three. So finally a three-pointer converted. It's been a hard day for James Love, and he's tried to shoot his way out the slump, but he just has not helped his case. Champion operating with the ball. Tries to get it over to Ellis, almost slapped away. Missed, put back, Watson slamming it down. And he'll draw the foul. Garrison Prado called for his third. At this juncture, the playoffs are a long, long way away. But if Seattle falls to 1-2 as Watson converts the and-one, makes it 104-90, they'll be tied with Kansas City for that last playoff spot, that fourth playoff spot. There's 6 teams per conference. 4 get into the playoffs in April. Valencia pulling down the board. Final 120 here in the game, and Vancouver just going to look to ride this one out. Patton down low to Ellis. How many more points can he get here? None on that possession. Good block by James Love. Here's Prado with the ball. Lays it up and misses. And I know those are the type of misses that Prado probably absolutely hates. Especially when he glided in so gracefully. Champion, he's going to try to drive, and he misses. And it's been a rough game for him. So the next stop for Vancouver, coming off of what looks like a victory, will be a home game against Los Angeles on the 8th. We won't be televising that game. Our game will be Montreal and Nashville, which will start 2 hours before LA and Vancouver. And for Seattle, well, they're going to have to dust themselves off here, as tomorrow they'll be at the Sprint Center in Kansas City, looking to get a win there, taking on the big man in the middle, Horace Clark, who has had a heck of a season so far for the Kansas City Monks. Prado missing the runner. Robinson with the rebound and another block there. Few more seconds here. Ellis gets the save, and then the miss there. That'll do it. So 104-90, the final score. The Battle of Cascadia won here by Vancouver as they'll take a 1-0 lead in the season series. Quite the game here, but the Huskies win it convincingly. Glad that you could join me today. I'm Raymond Sims. Have a wonderful day, everybody. This has been the UBC on the Coliseum Sports Network. Here's your Jordan Brand Player of the Game.